Hey, and welcome back to another episode on Rising Coaches with Sophia Bernardi. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sophia Bernardi, mindset and business coach, helping ambitious coaches to build simple, sustainable, and scalable coaching businesses to 30K months and beyond. Now, today I'm going to be talking about something that every coach faces at some point, which is hearing crickets. You're showing up, you're posting, you're doing all of the right things, and yet the comments are quiet. The DMs are empty, and it feels like no one's biting. And if that's you, then please know it's not because you're not good enough, it's not because you're not cut out for business, and it's not because it's harder for you, right? You're just missing a few simple shifts, and once you make them, everything can change. And when you start out in your business, of course there's crickets, of course there's not a lot going on because you've just started, and it's important that you give yourself that grace as well. But with the right strategy and the right support, it can all turn around so much faster than if you are figuring it out on your own, playing the guessing game and just like crossing your fingers and hoping that it all works out, okay? We need to be strategic and intentional here, not guessing, wishing, and hoping. Okay, so why you are hearing crickets? Okay, usually it's because of one or more of three things. Number one, your messaging isn't clear enough. When people land on your profile, they have about 3 seconds to figure out who you help, how you help them, why it matters to them right now. So if your message is broad or vague or too general, they will just scroll past, even if you could genuinely help them. If you haven't articulated that super clearly, then they're not prompted to follow or read more or anything like that. So it's important that your profiles are set up for success and your messaging is super clear so that the right people can find you and come to you. And when they do, they actually are prompted to want to follow you. And your clear and specific and tangible and amazing messaging from your content is what gets them to stay and to build that like, no trust factor and then to buy from you. Okay, so number one, your messaging is not clear enough. Number two is your content isn't leading anywhere. If you're just posting quotes here and there and quote unquote valuable how-to content, but you're never actually having a clear call to action and it's not taking someone somewhere that, would help like go down a funnel of yours, then you're not going to make any money because it's not just posting content that makes you money. It's how you utilize that and get people to use that as well by them reaching out to you, them downloading something, them joining your community, them booking a call. Like your content has to move people emotionally and get them to take the actions that you're clearly telling them to take, okay? So a lot of coaches post valuable tips or motivational quotes, but they never actually invite people to take that next step. If there's no clear action and they're not going to take it, right? So it's really important that you're kind of bringing off this energy of like, I need to work with this coach, right? Because it's that clear, it's that bold, it's that amazing. So your content has to lead somewhere, guys. You have to have a clear funnel of how you're attracting your target audience, how you nurture that target audience, and then how you convert that target audience. It's a 3-step process. It's actually really simple, but if you don't know what's a nurture strategy versus what's an attraction strategy and where to actually hang out and how to do so properly, that's where the details come in, then yeah, I'm not going to be surprised if it doesn't land. The third reason why you might be hearing crickets right now is that you're playing it safe, right? And I see this all of the time. Right, this one's really hard to hear sometimes as well. Because the truth is that if your content is blending in, if you're avoiding speaking clearly to real problems and sharing your actual personality and your true beliefs, your unfiltered beliefs, if you're worried about being too much or not enough or getting a hate comment, even though that honestly almost never happens or rarely happens. I think I've had one mean comment in my entire existence of business, right? And I understand everyone's different and, all of the things, but a hate comment of someone else's projection because they've got a shitty life, doesn't have to affect you too much. Honestly, think about how miserable someone's life has to be to leave a hate comment. I just wouldn't dictate your whole future in your life and your business because maybe there's a hater out there. Who cares about them? If you don't want to live their life, if you're not inspired by them, then you also shouldn't take on any of their advice or feedback, whether it's negative or positive, okay? So if you're being bland and boring for those reasons, like you're just not giving people a reason to lean in. Like you're not unique, you're not standing out. And that hurts, but it's the truth. Because safe content gets polite likes, but bold, clear, human content gets clients. And that's what we're really optimizing for, right? When I think back to like every investment I've made, it's from coaches that are bold, that are out there, that stand out, that play full out, not those that post here and there, that like just say the same cookie cutter thing that everyone else says. It doesn't work and it doesn't help anyone. So here's what to focus on instead. So step 1 is to clarify your core promise. So if I landed on your profile today, would I instantly know who you help, what you help them with, what their life or business or health looks like after working with you? If not, it's not clear enough. Clarity is what creates curiosity. So make sure you clarify your niche, the outcome, your offer, and that I can figure that out really, really quickly. If I have to dig or if I have to go to hard work and effort to find out who you help and how you help them, it's not clear enough. Step 2 is to start leading people, not just posting for them. So instead of just posting tips or motivation, actually start leading. Speak to the version of your ideal client who is ready to take action. So instead of here's 3 tips to stay motivated, say something like, if you're tired of setting goals and falling off by February, here's the shift that actually works. Like speak directly to something that is a pain point for them or their current reality and articulate it in the way that they are truly experiencing it. Because the more accurate it is, the more they go, oh my God, how does she know exactly what's going on in my brain? How does she know exactly what I'm experiencing and going through? And that gets them to lean in, okay? And not only lean in, but actually make a freaking decision, okay? The more emotionally compelling and moving it is, right? Help them see that there is a real, tangible solution to what they're struggling with and that you have that. And step 3 is to sell the destination, not the process. Your clients don't actually care about the number of calls, the number of workbooks, if there's a portal or not, and the bonuses. They care about the transformation. They care about the outcome that they want. They care about solving the problem that they have. So sell the dream, sell the results, sell the after photo of their life. The features support the sale, but they don't create it. So when you sell the destination, people actually naturally start asking like, how can I work with you? Like, and then they ask for the details if they even need it, right? But I bet you're thinking like, but Sophia, I'm not good at marketing. Well, get good at it. Invest in a business coach, whether it's myself or someone else, to learn how to get good at it. I don't have a marketing degree, but I hired a marketing coach. And now I feel like I'm a marketer because I've generated millions of dollars marketing myself because I learned from someone who did study and does have, X amount of experience in the business world doing it. So marketing is just communicating clearly. You already do that in everyday life. You just need to apply it intentionally to your content. And of course, there's a little bit of intricacies there. And that's what I teach my clients and support them with. But instead of just saying you're not good at marketing, invest in getting good at it. Like, don't choose to just stay stuck. I had someone once say to me not long ago, my close rate is just 1 in 4. And it's like, so that means I have to do X number of sales calls. It's like, no, just get better at sales calls, right? We just want to get better at what it is we do. Now, another thing that some people say to me is I just don't want to be salesy. Being clear about how you help someone that is struggling to solve a problem that they have and get the solution that they want, being clear about that is not being pushy. It's being of service, and clarity is kindness. It doesn't serve you or them to be unclear and beat around the bush. And I hear another thing from a lot of new coaches of I just don't have enough experience yet. You don't need to be 10 steps ahead to help someone. You just need to be a couple of steps ahead of someone to help them, okay? You don't need to be perfect. When I started my coaching business at age 22, I was a mindset coach for women, helping them to conquer self-doubt and build unstoppable confidence in themselves. And that didn't mean that I never had self-doubt or fear. No, I had that all the time because I set really, really big goals and I lean into them, and naturally there's a lot of fear and discomfort with that. But I had the tools and the process and the mindset to navigate that when that came up. And I wasn't perfect either, but I was certainly a few steps ahead of my ideal client who didn't even have the confidence to even set a big goal, let alone take action towards it. Right? So you just have to be a few steps ahead. I never once had someone say, oh, I'm not going to work with you because you're too young, or I'm not going to work with you because you don't live in a mansion yet, or I'm not going to work with you because you don't have X number of dollars in the bank account. They didn't care about that. They could see that I was taking action towards my goals, and that's something that they didn't do or didn't have. They resonated with me because I spoke directly to them in my content, and I was consistent, and I was happy, and I was leaning in. And so people leaned in too. It's as simple as that. You don't have to be perfect. Your dream clients don't want you to be perfect. They just need to see that you can help them. That's all they actually care about. They need you to trust yourself so that they can trust you to buy from you. So it's really, really simple, but there is a lot of details and steps within these clear steps. And if you want help with this, then getting crystal clear on your message, creating content that actually leads to paying clients, and building a system that feels simple and sustainable. If you want help with that, that's exactly what I do inside my brand new program for new coaches, the 5K Fast Track. It's a 90-day program designed to take you from 0 to consistent 5K months in just 90 days without burning out, without guessing, and without wasting time on strategies that don't align, like sending cold DMs or running paid ads when you're just starting out in your business, right? Inside this program, you'll get my full framework, my simple client attraction system, and personalized support daily to move from crickets to consistent clients. If you're ready to finally turn your value into paying clients and your dream and your vision into your reality, just DM me the word FAST on Instagram at Sophia Rose Bernardi, and I will send you the details about this program to see if it's the right fit for you, and then you can make the most aligned decision for yourself from there. But if you want to fast track this process and you want to stop doing guesswork and hard work and instead follow a proven framework, there could never be a better decision than investing in yourself. I've personally had a coach every single freaking day, at least one coach. Sometimes I've had 2 or 3, whether that's in one area of life or in multiple. Every single day I've been in business, right? For the last 5.5 years, I have invested heavily in myself. I literally just invested over $30,000 just last week alone. And I happily do so because I know that everything I invest in myself comes back to me tenfold. And because I believe that, it becomes my reality. And I have since made over $30,000 in the time of since I invested in myself in sales, right? So if that's not showing you that your beliefs become your reality, then I don't know what is. And this is for a year-long mentorship, right? And I've already made my return on investment in sales. That's wild to me, okay? And it's very possible. And that's what happens with my clients too when they go all in. And if that's you, if you're committed, you're an action taker, you're ready to stop guessing, and you're ready to have personalized support that's proven to work when implemented and stuck to, then this is the program for you, and I would love to support you. We have amazing bonuses right now. The price is so affordable for the amount of value that you get. It's a literal no-brainer, and I would absolutely hate if you are struggling and you are stuck and you are on the fence right now to stay there and not move forwards when there's literally the solution and the support on a silver platter waiting for you. All you have to do is say yes to yourself, yes to your dreams. And fuck me, am I glad I did that 5.5 years ago, because now I have a clear calendar most days of the week. I bring in $50,000 to $70,000 every single month, which used to take me an entire year of working my ass off for an entire year to do that. And I make that just every month casually now. And I travel overseas several times a year. And I get to prioritize all the relationships in my life. I love my life. And it's all because I said that first yes, even when I was shit scared. And by the way, my first investment was 3 times the price of what I charge for this program, because I want it to be that accessible and that much of a no-brainer. But it's only available for those that lean in. So DM me the word FAST. I will send you the details so you can make the right decision for you from there. But honestly, if you're stuck and unsupported right now, that's on you until you do something about it, and you're choosing the hard path until you intentionally and consciously change that. It's completely up to you. All right, I love you guys, and I will see you in next week's episode. Bye bye.